Hello everybody, welcome back to Forza Horizon 5 with another Rallycross build. This is the Peugeot 205 Rally. It's not very powerful, 99 horsepower, but it's very light, ridiculously light, even by little hot hatch standards, and it has some unique advantages that I shall now demonstrate. So, most hot hatches struggle from snap oversteer, especially when you convert them to all-wheel drive, like we shall. But this one has some advantages. First off, the front wing are rally lights, which is awesome. And secondly, the rear tires are 305s. You're basically doubling the thickness of the rear tires. And the front tires are also much wider than a normal hatchback, basically. So it might not have the same snap oversteer problems. And in fact, if it does get snap oversteer, it might be more controllable, which is what we want. Because having snap oversteer can help you get around hairpins faster. And we got a lot of hairpins. So that's good. Now the stock engine, I doubt will be enough. We'll give it a shot. Because we're heading up to S1 class, basically. Yeah, it's not going to be enough. So we'll need an engine. We have the Turbo Rally. Woo! Or the 4-cylinder, the 1.8 liter. You know what? We're going to go with that instead. I think that might be the 205 T16 engine. I don't actually know. But we're going to try that one, because why not? And now we're going to get as much weight out as we possibly can. So we're actually going to be relatively powerful. There we go, in fact. Can we sneak anything else on? I mean, do that, but I think our PI is better used with this. Never mind. I guess we will go with the flywheel. So we are 467 horsepower, 385 torque, 1,800 pounds though, with all-wheel drive and those massive tires. And with a short wheelbase potentially helping us in the corners, this might not be all that bad. Of course, in order to find out, we have to head to our Build Series track this off and, well, see if it can beat the MG X-Power SVR, which did a 105.0 around here. Now, this is a completely different philosophy to that MG, because the MG was almost twice the weight, and it had 700 horsepower. This is all going to be about carrying the corner speed, and maybe the acceleration power-weight ratio actually isn't that bad in this thing. Straight away, I can tell you this does not feel very snap oversteer-esque. It feels pretty planted. Those 305 tires are working wonders, as it seems. I guess it could change the more I push it. But first impressions, I like the vehicle. It also helps that the last two vehicles that we've run, the MG and the Audi, especially the Audi, are massive vehicles. You can see I actually widen the checkpoint there, as I said I would. I'm a man of my word. This vehicle, though, it's very small, which means you're less worried about hitting things, because it's more maneuverable, and, well, it's just physically smaller, so you're not going to hit as many things in general. Ignore that, that's just a thing with the new race. It's fine. Force is weird. Okay? I wouldn't really worry about it. In testing, it wasn't ideal, but you can make it to the checkpoint in time. I don't know why it does that. I get counted for hitting the checkpoint, but the game still pops the message up anyway. It's weird. I think it's tracking the start line, like your actual starting point on the track, not the start line that you cross to consider it as a new lap. So you start further back on like your grid position basically, and I think it's tracking that. And that's why it says I missed a checkpoint, which I don't understand why it does that, considering I still have to cross a line in order for it to count me lap. I don't know. It's weird. But we work with it, you know. It is what it is. You see, we cross that and it gets all unhappy. So, I don't know. It's stupid. That's all I can say. But it works, you know? It works. It doesn't break the game completely, unlike what I just did to my car and locked the brakes up like an idiot. Oh my god, I wasn't even paying attention. That wasn't even a good lap, and it did a 1:04.7. The 2:05 is a beast. I wasn't even paying attention. I was monologuing about how bad Forza's design was when it comes to track layouts and how buggy it is. And yet this thing was just nonchalantly crushing the lap record by 0.3 of a second. There you go. I really do think this is going to be like the Baja builds all over again, where lightness supersedes power. Now, in this track, it makes more sense because, well, it's a very technical little thing. But in the Baja builds, it didn't make any sense. This, though, it is more logical, because the fastest you ever get is 125, roughly. I think the MG got to like 130 if we were really pushing it, but I'm not sure if we make the corner at that rate. So, now that I know that this thing has ridiculous pace, I'm going to try and focus more and not monologue about Forza's terrible UI and track building systems, and actually try to, you know, get a good lap without hitting anything, which so far I've done pretty well, knock on metaphorical wood. Ooh, there's that snap over, so you sort of saw the back end just start rotating more than I wanted. That is the fear with these all-wheel drive converted hatchbacks. But the big tires on this one are certainly working overtime and doing a bloody good job at it. Not a bloody well good job. The turn, it doesn't like that turn one though, at all. It does get a fair bit of understeer there. I think that's just because of the tire disparity. It has two 5.5s on the front and 3.05s on the rear in such a light vehicle. Oh my god, it literally doesn't matter. It did a 1:03.4. Huh. Now this lap is completely ruined because I looked at the ridiculous time and then proceeded to lock the brakes up again on that bridge braking zone. Try saying that 5 times fast. There we go. So we have one last lap to get, in my opinion, a proper one. I've been a little bit distracted this race, I'm gonna be honest. God damn it. Oh, it does get a fair bit of understeer at high speeds on the tarmac, but it is manageable. I'd rather have an understeery car rather than an oversteery car. So, oh. There we go. I did lift off there. You heard it probably in the sound, in the audio for the game, that I did lift off there because I did take a bit of a shortcut accidentally. So, you know, all is fair and everything. We can't be full throttle on this. I only have about 110. Ooh. No. Yeah. I'll be honest, this vehicle is incredibly fast, and I know there's a lot more time left in it, but I've been a little bit distracted and a little bit unlucky with this car when it comes to my concentration and how it's dealt with the brakes and the understeer. But that being said, we have absolutely demolished the time. I think that was a 1:02. I think that was a 1:02 something. I don't know why I have my spreadsheet up on the left, because, I mean, even the AI is doing celebratory donuts at 1:02.6. That's stupid. That is, That is something ridiculous. So, okay. Well, it's considerably faster, 2.4 seconds faster, near enough, than the MG. Yeah, that's impressive. Well, I hope this isn't like another Maserati where I pick an incredibly overpowered car on like the 4th episode, and then it wins for the rest of the series. That would be a little disappointing, but in the meantime, that'll be it for this episode of Forza Horizon 5. I'll be back with more.